I'm in a part of the country that's famed for its very own unique sense of style and design. Think of flash cars and fake tans, and many of us will think of Essex. Now, today's couple are expectant parents looking to move on up in the world by converting their loft.
When it comes to property, we're all obsessed with space.
It isn't all going to be cinema here, is it?
In this series, we'll show you how a group of homeowners are extending up.
We're taking over the world. It's world domination.
And going underground.
The main danger is obviously collapse.
We'll be there as homes and lives are turned upside down.
It's going to stretch our relationship, I would have thought.
And when the builders hand back the keys, we'll find out if it's worth all the time, money and effort.
I can't visualise the whole thing at the moment. It's so very cramped and horrible.
Today we're in Woodford in Essex, which is home to John and Lauren and John's daughter Hayley, who comes to stay at weekends. They've recently had some exciting news and have found out that they're expecting a baby boy.
I'm 4 months, so it'll be about 5 months from now.
With a new one on the way, they'd love a bit of extra space, so are stretching their home upwards to create a master suite and a loft with one special requirement.
Hoping to have a nice big walk-in wardrobe.
Very big indeed, in fact. It's the largest possible wardrobe you can make. Basically, the entire roof is a wardrobe.
And she's not the only one looking forward to the project.
I'm going to get a happy Lauren out of this, and a happy Lauren makes me happy, so...
John bought their 3-bed house in 2006 for £375,000. And as an accountant, he's in charge of the cash, while Lauren's going to be looking after the decor.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm in any way an interior designer, but I've had a lot of fun in choosing what it's going to look like. This is the tartan wallpaper and the old lady cushions. Do you like those?
I do love the old lady cushions. Where do you buy old lady cushions? If it goes over budget, probably blame Lauren, because it means that she's thought of something extra that we need. Maybe some extra shelving.
Well, it doesn't sound as if John's too worried about reining Lauren in on those furnishings. But I'm interested to find out more about the design and look for their conversion.
Hello.
Hi, Johnny.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Coming in.
Thank you very much. So, what's going on here? These your mood balls?
This is for the loft room. Beds on order, should be coming soon, hopefully, and then just a few ideas for a bit of the
This is very
decor.
impressive.
It's very well
Have you had much input into this? John?
Absolutely not.
How did I know? So, how much time are you giving the builders to do all their work up in the loft?
Well, they said they could do it in 6 weeks.
6
at
weeks?
the outside, and it kind of fits in because we've got some people coming over from America in about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a tight timescale.
Right, OK. How much have you been told it's going to cost?
Around about 35 for the whole job, and that includes the fixtures in the bathroom as well.
Really? That sounds lower than I'd expect for the size of project you're embarking on. Is this not going to be one of these houses you live in for 20 years or so?
No, I don't think it's our forever house, that's for sure. So anything that we spend on it, really, we want to get that back at the end of the day.
£35,000, is that your cut-off?
That pretty much is the cut-off, yeah.
Does the builder know that?
Yes, he does.
What did he say when you told
He
that?
said he was very happy with that.
Really?
No.
John and Lauren have a budget of £35,000. This is the total for all of the construction work and the bathroom fixtures and fittings. The cost of any decor will be outside of this, and as yet, John hasn't put a limit on Lauren's spending. In the loft, they plan to create a luxurious master bedroom with a Juliet balcony overlooking their garden. Their ensuite bathroom will be complete with a rain shower, and just off the bedroom, Lauren will have her very own walk-in wardrobe. All this will free up space on the first floor, where their current bedroom will become a spare room, and their spare room, a nursery for their new baby.
I think John and Lauren's plan to create this master suite sounds like a great way of getting more usable family space. And because they don't plan to stay in this house forever, I can totally understand why they're trying to keep the budget down. But £35,000 to carry out all this work, it just doesn't sound enough. And on top of that, the project time is just 6 weeks to completion. To me, that sounds equally unrealistic.
John and Lauren have decided to use a local firm, Absolute Lofts, for their conversion. The man in charge is Darren Dodd. Darren's been with the company since becoming an apprentice aged 21 and has only one word to describe his job.
Horrible. No, it's OK. It pays the bills, man. That's about it. You know what I mean? It can be hot, dirty, bad for your health. Apart from that, it's all right.
But they've barely started the project, and just 2 days in, the British weather stops Darren and his team from continuing.
Well, it's ground to a bit of a halt, to be honest, with the weather today. Despite being in the middle of August, the weather's held the project up.
It could have an impact on when the Americans come over to visit. As long as it doesn't go on for too much longer, we should be OK. Just thinking positively right now.
But with such a tight timescale, it's not a great start for John and Lauren.
So, John and Lauren's loft conversion is underway. The scaffolding's up, so initially it looks like a building site, minus the builders. Maybe they're not quite as far on as they'd initially hoped. Well, if we get this weather every day for the next few days, bearing in mind we've got a very short period of 6 weeks.
Yes.
That puts us behind.
It will put us behind for sure, I'm afraid. Without a bit of sunshine, we have a problem.
So can we take a quick peek up there now, just to see what's going to be where?
Yeah, sure.
OK, cool. Are we all going up there?
I think I'm going to leave this one to you boys. Me and Bump will stay behind.
I thought you'd say that. Oh, yeah, it looks like you come up here all the time. This is clearly a daily occurrence for you.
Absolutely.
I'm expecting to find your train set up here. Mind your feet. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh. So as we stand, he did tentatively, as we stand, this will be a huge space.
Yep.
When you've got that natural light beaming in here, I think that's what's going to get Lauren excited, isn't it? She can start seeing the light and start looking at the sort of colour schemes you can put in there as well. Have the entire £35,000 been allocated?
Yes.
Right. With all this great planning, maybe that's what's going to stand you in good stead to get it on budget.
Well, let's hope so.
Yes, let's do just that. Well, we've only just started this and we're already a couple of days behind schedule, through nobody else's fault but the weather. Now, if these few days then turn into a week, then we've only 5 left to complete this fairly substantial loft conversion. And my worry is that we haven't even started yet, so we're so far away from buying all the finishings that I don't think John and Lauren yet appreciate just how modest their 35k budget is.
Finally, after a delay of 4 days, the weather turns and Darren's team get back to work opening up John and Lauren's loft.
We have had a delay because of the rain. So the most challenging thing for us is getting it done by the date we're meant to have it done.
I'm definitely relieved that it started now because we are on such a tight schedule, hoping to get things done for when my friends visit. So, yeah, you can hear that. That's what it's been like this morning. I guess it's going to be like that for the next few weeks.
The first job is to insert 5 huge steel supports into the loft space to carry the weight of the new floor.
In terms of being the worst part, this is probably the worst part of the job. There's not a worse part than this. It's just because of the sheer weight of them, really. The quicker we can get them in, the quicker we can start doing other stuff. The problem we've got here is obviously the telephone cables and the tree. Once we get over the telephone cables, hopefully the crane should be long enough to reach, then we should be all right.
These reinforced steel joists are the bedrock of loft conversions on which everything else is built, and each one can weigh up to 300 kilos.
We'll put the chain at the back of the steel now, which enables us to pull it through without lifting too much of the weight. So we use the crane as much as we can while we've got it. And again, cheek, 1, 2, 3. Go. The hardest bit's done. So now we can go home.
The build is progressing well, and John can't resist heading up to the loft space to take a look.
It's just so big, so much bigger than I thought. It's great to see it for the first time, actually. If this isn't big enough for us, then we really do have a problem.
As Lauren hasn't been up in their loft, John decides to take some snaps to show her how the master bedroom is taking shape.
I think she's going to be very happy.
I'm surprised how big it is, even though everyone who goes up there keeps saying it's really massive. So I don't know whether I'm imagining like too big. It's hard to visualise the size of it. That's what I'm having trouble with.
When John and Lauren found they were expecting a new baby, their thoughts turned to their home and they decided to extend skywards into the loft.
I'm going to get a happy Lauren out of this, and a happy Lauren makes me happy.
But wanting to get everything done in double quick time threw up its own challenges.
We have had a delay because of the rain, so the most challenging thing for us is getting it done by the date we're meant to have it done.
John and Lauren are now well into the build, and Lauren's keen to check out part of the project that she's particularly excited about.
So this is my wardrobe, our wardrobe. John's little bit in the corner. If this isn't big enough for my clothes, then it's definitely time for a clear out.
Lauren's happy, and Darren's hoping they're going to exceed expectations.
I think they've got more than what they imagined. I don't think they realised sort of how big it was going to be, the height we've got on the ceiling, and just the value for their money. I think they've done really well.
But while the build is still coming in just under 35k, it seems that John's beginning to realise that a happy Lauren is going to push his budget skywards.
It's the extra bit that probably I've slightly underestimated.
The shower, the sinks,
Yeah.
the cabinets.
All those detail things. Putting all that up, I think, is going to bring it up close to 45, I would think.
Or perhaps a little bit over that.
Or about 45.
When it comes to furnishings, he doesn't have, I don't like to say he doesn't have a clue, but I think that's the expression.
Got to get TV next.
Yeah, TV shopping tomorrow.
That's not in the budget either.
So whilst they forgot to put any cash in the kitty for furnishing their loft, they also didn't allow any time for decorating. And although they thought everything would now be finished, there's still a lot to be done. And Lauren's pen pals are about to land.
Okay, so I'm just about to go and pick up my friends from the airport, and it's not exactly the dream house that I was hoping to welcome them into. They're loading up a skip full of rubbish, and the decorator's still here. It's chaos, but I'm going to go and get them, and hopefully they won't mind too much.
With friends Lacey and Sarah crashing in the spare room, their trip to England has become a bit more like a sleepover.
I was hearing for weeks, oh, there's so much more to do. I can't believe you're coming soon. And I thought, I'm sure it looks so nice. I can't wait to see it. And then we arrived, and there were about 5 guys scaffolding outside of the house. I thought, oh, wow. She wasn't kidding us. Construction zone. We've been waking up to noisy hammering, sawing.
It's not really been much fun for them. I think they wish they had a game.
For John and Lauren, it's been a longer journey than they first expected. And although the end is now almost within reach, will it be how Lauren pictured it when they first started their project?
The last time I was here, John and Lauren's project had stopped before it even really began. And now I'm back. I'm keen to find out how things have changed and, most importantly, if it matches up to Lauren's expectations. John, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
You well? Hello, Lauren, all right? Now then, how soon have you been done?
Pretty much this morning.
Really?
Last couple of bits we've done
Yeah,
this
just
morning,
a couple of little bits this morning, and then quite frantic last week.
Can we have a look?
Of course.
Yeah, come on.
I'm looking forward to this, actually.
Here we go.
Wow.
What do you think?
I love it. You must be chuffed to bits with the space you've got up here.
Yeah, it's turned out much bigger than we thought, no doubt.
This is another floor, isn't it? It's not a loft conversion. It feels like, what, your second floor? I love it. And, well, there's some blokes' clothes in here.
There are one or two.
How on earth do you manage to get some clothes in a walk-in wardrobe? Tell you what, I'll make a prediction that these ladies' clothes are going to go more and more and more up
Yeah, no,
there.
we already had words over that.
No encroachment, so...
But again, this is really clever design. Yes, it's a walk-in wardrobe, but it's a luxurious space. It feels so light and airy up here, doesn't it now? Who styled all of this? Did you have help in, or...?
No, it's pretty much all Lauren, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's lovely. It really, really is nice. I think you've got the balance just right. You know, modern style, but also you do have this peaceful vibe to the whole area, don't you?
I didn't want it to look too girly, which was quite hard, being a girl.
So, come on then. Let's have a look at it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The ensuite. This is great, isn't it? It's big, isn't it?
Nice big shower.
That's a massive shower. That's pretty much the biggest shower I've ever seen. That must be... Where'd you get this from?
Oh, well, this was a find. Yeah, it took me a while to find that. Second-hand, 50 quid.
Brilliant. I'm about to do a bathroom myself, and I might just copy you on that one. It looks great.
Yeah, I love it all. I just love the combination of it all, really. The bit of mix of modern with the old.
This is a lovely ensuite, but you've got some quite expensive-looking fixture and fittings in it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm not... Oh, right. Yeah. Why don't we have a sit down and talk about how you've done it?
Okay.
And maybe some of the ups and downs on the way, shall we?
It might have taken them twice as long as they'd anticipated, but there's no doubt that John and Lauren have managed to totally transform their loft. Lauren's been able to realise every girl's dream and create a huge walk-in wardrobe. It's incredible to think that this dark, cramped space has been turned into an amazing boutique boudoir. And what was once just a hidden area underneath their roof has become a luxury ensuite that I'm sure they're both going to be able to enjoy now and in the future.
Let's start at the beginning. Time scale.
6 to 8 weeks was the original plan.
OK. But if you're only just finishing off this morning, that seems to have taken somewhat more.
A little bit longer. The finishing off bit and the decoration took a lot longer than we thought.
It was the budget that I thought might go awry, because you gave yourself... Do you remember we were talking about...
I do.
35... Was it 35 grand?
35 to 40.
35, oh, really? Yeah. 35, are you sure? 35 to 40 grand. I mean, I've just been in your lovely-looking bathroom. That doesn't look like budget fittings.
No, it wasn't really. I mean, I think we certainly went over that budget.
By how much?
Everything in the room was around 52, 53. So not far over.
35 grand, 52, 53 grand, yeah, it's just a little bit over. Now, at the start of this, you had a goal. Have you achieved that?
Got everything we need.
I think it's all better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest.
Well, it's better than you thought it was, because it was a lot more expensive than you thought it was. So yeah. I think there's a correlation between the two there, isn't there?
Maybe a small one.
Yeah. Now, extending your house either up or down is never easy, but if you'd like some hints and tips on how you can make it work for you and hopefully get rid of some of the headaches, why not log on to our website?
Chuffed to bits with their new loft conversion, it gets the thumbs up from John's daughter, Hayley.
Come on in.
And they can't resist showing it off to the next-door neighbours.
Does look the business, doesn't it?
It's giving me inspiration now.
There you go. In about 5 years' time when I've made some more money. Shower. I didn't expect this.
Got the ensuite, the walk-in wardrobe, a woman's dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. It's really, really shocked as to how a space up in the top of the building can look so grand and so beautiful.
I just feel like it's my own space, you know, it's something that I've created and it really has been from scratch. So everything about this room is about us. It's all been about our space in our room and our baby and the start of our family, really.
When John and Lauren started this project, they had some pretty ambitious plans for their loft. And even though perhaps their timescale and their budget fell by the wayside somewhat, they never lost sight of their primary objective. And now they've created a sanctuary for both of them right at the top of the house. An important area when their baby arrives, but I think that place will become absolutely priceless when their family grows.